last video, we took a brief thumbnail sketch, just an idea, and we brought it in by once again going through right-clicking in the main, bringing an image layer. Once you have your image layer, right-clicking, showing the layer properties, and in this box, clicking to show the three dots with menu so you can go pull it in. After that, we took the opacity on that layer down right up here to about 50% and created another tile layer. So I have actually taken the liberty of finishing off doing my thumbnail sketches. As we discussed with Old World Style 1, there were some limitations, and it's more of playing around with seeing what you can do with it. I have gone ahead and finished off our map. So you can see pretty darn close to the thumbnail sketches. I have added a large river here, and I divided this area as well. And I just kind of let the pieces speak for themselves. So now I'm going to go ahead up here and I'm going to lock this tile layer so I don't manage to mess something up. And this object layer, I'm going to delete that because I have no idea what's going on there. So we're going to go ahead and redo an object layer. So I'm going to right click up here, add object layer, and object layer 1, and we're going to start setting some pieces. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to do one other thing. We're doing one more tile layer, and we're going to grab this, our little compass rose, and we're going to place our compass rose. Oops. There we go. And our scale. And you can set the scale by just simply typing in text using tiled. Now, let's get back to our object layer. When I start off, I like setting up my land masses, so my mountains. So we've got our buttons up here, we've got our select objects, and we've got our place tile. So let's zoom in. Whoops. Click once, zoom in, and let's create some mountain ranges. Delete that. Let's see. We'll kind of follow the river down here a little bit. Let's put, we're going to swing the mountains around. And the nice thing about tiled is you can see with the PNGs, with the layers, that they overlap. So you don't have to soldier everything. If I were to do another layer and put mountain, 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 boring, 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 boring. So I'm going to delete that. And we're going to go into object layer. And I can even shift this slightly. And just start layering. Figure how mountains react. They don't just start off huge. And they have some foothills blending down into the coast. In later editions, or sets, I should say, we do create a lot of there's a lot more transparencies, which you can do overlays for things like mountain ranges. And I'm going to hit X, oops, X, and I'm going to duplicate this layer by right-clicking. I'm going to move it over here, and then I'm going to right-click and flip horizontally, because I'm going to put this right on this side too. There we go. Go back to select. just kind of play with, where do you think these mountains went? Where did they, how did the fault lines happen? How did they form? So for me, I'm picturing as it's split, it's actually also forcing up two plates. So this is compression here, subduction and adduction. I'm going to click off. Now I'm going to call this layer up here our mountains and hills. So maybe up in this area we have some hills followed by some subtle hills going out. Now I'm going to add another object layer. And maybe this area right in here is a swamp. So let's mark that. And maybe there's actually a larger lake bed here in the center. And up here, we say that some deciduous forests sprang out. And we'll put some in here. We're going to mix them in. Again, the PNGs with transparencies, it lets you to overlay a lot of things. I do have some pieces here that you can see will intermingle as they're spaced out. Do I have any others? Oh, I have some dark ones too. All right, rock on. Like I said, it's been a while. Right click, we're going to flip that vertically or horizontally and bring that out. So maybe it gets sparse down here, and maybe for some reason, go back to place. Maybe this actually area in here is not only swamp, but jungle and dense jungle. Overlay, overlay, overlay. Layer, layer, layer. And we'll bring a couple of trees in here. So maybe in this part, for some reason, it's incredibly humid and temperate. And we'll just kind of fill out with some more. We'll make this a little bit more sparse through there. Maybe kind of like a grassy plains, but we don't need a lot of trees to show the sparse vegetation. And we're going to go up here and let's name this layer vegetation. So now if we click off, oops, and you can see your map. So that's it. That's as easy as it gets. When you are finished, you can just export your map as an image right up here. Save it to the file you want, and because we're doing just a basic solid map, you would save it as a JPG. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps. Have a good morning.